To survive heavy fog, you must prioritize visibility and reduced speed, which includes staying in your vehicle, slowing down significantly, using low-beam headlights and fog lights, increasing following distance, and avoiding high-beam headlights and cruise control. If fog is extremely dense and visibility is near zero, you should pull over to a safe location and wait for conditions to improve. While driving, slow down significantly. Reduce your speed to a level where you can stop safely within the distance you can see. Increase following distance. Leave ample space between your vehicle and the one in front of you. Use low beams and fog lights. Turn on your low-beam headlights and any dedicated fog lights to increase your vehicle's visibility to others and to make it easier for you to see. Never use high beams. High beams reflect off the fog and can create a blinding glare, making visibility worse. Turn off cruise control. You need to be able to react instantly to changes in the road or traffic conditions. Use defroster and wipers. Keep your windshield clear of moisture using your defroster and wipers. Stay alert. Avoid distractions like your cell phone and listen carefully for traffic. Watch road markings. Use the lines on the road as a guide to stay in your lane. If fog is too dense, pull over and stop. If you can't see the road or anything ahead of you, the safest option is to stop. Find a safe place. Pull off the road as far as possible, such as into a parking lot or rest area. Turn on hazard lights. Once stopped, activate your hazard lights to alert other drivers. Turn off other lights. Turn off your headlights and brake lights so other drivers don't mistake your stopped vehicle for one that is moving. If you don't have to drive, wait it out. Fog is temporary, and the best way to survive it is often to wait until the conditions improve. Fog forms when air cools to its dew point or when moisture is added to the air, leading to condensation of water vapor into tiny droplets. The main processes are cooling the air, through radiation or adiabatic lifting over a surface, adding moisture, by evaporation or frontal precipitation, or mixing warm, moist air with cooler air. Specific types include radiation fog, ground cooling at night, advection fog, warm air over cold surface, steam fog, cold air over warm water, upslope fog, air rising over terrain, and frontal fog, evaporation from rain near a weather front. Here's a breakdown of the different ways fog forms. 1. Cooling the air. Radiation fog. On clear, calm nights, the ground loses heat through radiation and cools the air just above it to the dew point. Advection fog. Warm, moist air moves horizontally over a colder surface, such as warm air blowing over cold land or water. Upslope fog. Humid air is forced to rise up a mountain or hill. As it rises, it expands and cools adiabatically until it reaches its dew point. Valley fog. Cold, dense air flows down into valleys at night and settles there. 2. Adding moisture to the air. Steam fog, or frontal fog. Cold air moves over warm water, like a lake or river, causing moisture to evaporate into the cold air. Frontal fog. Rain from a warmer air mass falls through a colder layer of air near the surface. The rain evaporates, saturating the colder air and forming fog. 3. Mixing air. Mixing of air parcels. Fog can form when a cold, stable air mass is trapped underneath a warm one, or when cold and warm air mix. Common conditions for fog formation. High humidity. Air needs to have sufficient moisture to condense into water droplets. Low wind. Light winds promote the cooling and moisture buildup necessary for fog to form. Stable atmosphere. Fog typically forms in a stable atmosphere because vertical mixing would lead to clouds rather than a ground-level fog deck.